Happy Sunday, folks. So yeah, I don't know if you you probably can't from yeah. I am sitting in the garden that if you go back maybe a month and a half ago to one of the earlier Sunday socials, you'll see that it was empty, and now it's very far from empty. These tomato plants are like 4.5, almost 5 feet tall. Under the camera right now, what you can't see is a bunch of cucumbers coming all over the place. I got some squash over here, which all the blooms are huge and full of honeybees right now, which is pretty cool. And then behind you is some gladiolus popping up, more tomatoes next to you over here. And yeah, so yeah, I hope everyone's Sunday is lovely. Ours is fantastic. Right now it's mid 50s, gonna get about to 80 today. I'm not currently getting baked by the sun, but if the folks that tune into my midweek meetups would have seen a few weeks ago, I tried doing it in here and it got just way too hot. So I moved over to the picnic table, but yeah, here we go. I appreciate you all. A tadpole's tail, a tale to be told. Tincture of time, best slime mother sold. Vernal pond dries so the froglets croak. Sadness is a water wick, soil soaked, defeated. Spent too long in the shade, pinning happiness to sunny days. Letting the cloud take credit for mine, so I built me a weather machine. It runs itself help in my esteem. Germinate for yourself, shoot out roots, I swear it helps to fill a field with love and care. It starts with self, then you go from there. My smile splits a shell, ladybugs fill my cell. Bleached white in the sun, sea stars and dollars, hygroscopic lovers. Their decay in a garish display, but throwing them back only makes your day. It's their death, they may want it this way, and you toy with life in your own hands, so self-seeding. Germinate for yourself, shoot out roots, I swear it helps to fill a field with love and care. It starts with self, then you go from there. Germinate for yourself, shoot out roots, I swear it helps to fill a field with love and care. It starts with self, then we go from there. If my basement begins to flood, well, I'll pump it out, run off quenching my peach tree with a similar soak to Narcissus. Puddle jumping I quiver. Germinate for yourself, shoot out roots, I swear it helps to fill a field with love and care. It starts with self, then you go from there. Germinate for yourself, send the rain to mental health. You start to smile, you start to glow. You spread it now, so we can sow, so we can sow, so we can sow. Yeah, that was self-seeding. So I mentioned that in passing before. The midweek meetups, which if you aren't familiar with, those are a Patreon exclusive thing I do every Wednesday. So it's another hour-long set or so where it's a little more experimental. I pull out some more instruments, the synthesizer, the bass. I go crazy with those ones. So yeah. Also, I should mention, pre-sale tickets are now available for the August 19th show at the Ruck in Troy, New York. That's going to be with Carolyn Shapiro. She's going to be starting the show at 7 o'clock. She's going to play for about an hour, and then I'm going to play for about 2 hours afterwards. Maybe she'll hop back up on stage, play some tunes. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure that out. But yeah, so yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I've got a new song. I know I had a new song last week, but I got another one this week. So it's not there's no vocals to it yet. It's just the instrumental ideation. I do have a poem that is going to be turned into the lyric aspects of the song, but it's still in the infancy. I only came noodling with this. this last day or so. So yeah. out of here. I meditate on the morning, and in the summer sun I face it. In the winter, in its distance, I face my own hearth, tending to a personal star, consuming what I feed it. If only the sun would eat. On second thought, no, gaseous autophagy fits her. But on third thought, no. Why can't I cast myself right on through the sun? A flash in the pan, stardust cake broom, like the tail of the king beetle on the coconut estate. Why not be utterly changed into fire? Wither we wither, without her more so, gave birth to the seasons, having never seen snow. A billion years burning, several rocks in her throat. Gaia's her sister, though they seldom speak. Found less use for words as the era passed. Silence and solstice punctuate time. Through tide pools and moon groves, she's self-occupied, with solar flares dancing. Pink coats her brush, so softly inspired, a sweet static storm erupts color forward. A magnet flower blooms, pollen with poles and metallic beams. Polarity drifting sends them off course. New fields will blossom the way a curse strolls. Polished posies in daffodil too. Two sisters in tandem, the way of our world. A duet of germination, the splitting of a seed. OCMs, which, I mean, they are, I seize them, but I mean, they're about a millimeter across, and they bite like they're 17 millimeters across. But yeah, so maybe the sun will crest, come out in a second, and allow for them to be begone, because I forgot to put on my my chai spray. Whoops. Which I guess I will suffer through that, because that was a mistake of my own. So lessons learned through pain are the only way to gain, right? Brutal. So there's a funny thing with this guitar, and I have the issues with varying humidity, so it's not been as humid. Inside, so this thing, when I mic it, as you can see, the input jack is right there. So that's right on the back side of the strap. On the other side of that, there is a little nut that slides up on the thread and locks it in place. So it's in place, but I think that nut vibrates ever so slightly when it dries a little bit. So like in the winter, that's an issue. And I can hear it. No, I can't, I don't know if you can see my forearms, fit it through the hole. So I had my wife with her little arms go in there and tighten it up whenever it becomes an issue. So even though I just restrung these, I may need to take the strings off here soon. It's not bad. I've played gigs, and the people running sound, they're like, oh, well, maybe we could mic it. Like, that's pretty cool. You're getting more vibrations. It's almost a percussive effect. I'm like, well, that's one way to look at it. So. May we always step on pine cones just to hear that bitter crunch. Our minds were never set on seed dispersal. We know the rodents and the birds take care of that. Slicing open morels only to find them false, packed thick with pith and morality. Hope for something as hollow as me, but hope is nothing I take stock in. The flushes of the false morels are about 20 feet behind me, and they always come a few weeks ahead of a morel. And they don't really look at it like if you know what you're supposed to be seeing, but the one way to really know is to slice them open, and they are indeed full of pith, which is a morel should be hollow. So yeah, which is a good way to find out if you're not accustomed to morels. Only finding solace in literary truths. Books by Aldous Huxley and the poems I wrote for you. Raised a wolf inside the house to keep the devoted off our porch. Monotrope of pushing leaves, showing lobster claws. Hand and foot to symbiotic splendor. Like them, come the fall, we were married. Porcupines drop buds from the tip tops of trees. Found a skeleton Easter day, so much for resurrection. And now we keep the bones in a mason jar atop the Hammond, whirling so slow with a Leslie cow. Crowns of the coat's foot, erupting gravel graves. The dandelion scapegoat to the non-botanical eye, taking life's lessons from those who flower first. I did realize that if I take this and just tilt it back about 6 degrees, the buzzing stops. So that is maybe leading me to believe it is not, in fact, a nut issue, and there may be one of the wires is leaning forward or back, which, because if I tilt it, then I'm not getting the buzz. That's neither here or there. We'll figure that out soon. I would spend my days wandering through the woods with you, all our evening spent watching the moon roll over Dunham's Bay. Our sugar bowls full of sand and our seconds fall so sweet. Invoke sweet from nothing, let the nectar slowly drip. We go pawing through the earth to find little bits of feed. Our hands so caked in dirt, crystals fall when our arms do sway. I was happiness personified. Pollinate us to the pole and let the moth be our flame. Oh, we leave behind our 2 shovels and a pair of trees. So when we timely die, well, they'll arise, the trees of wheat. And every season, spring, we'll let out our little seeds. In a few rings down the line, they'll have seedlings all their own. That was Violets Are Violet. That is Violets Are Violet. Still playing. So still going. Hear that sustain? Get out of here. Yeah. So yeah, that is a single off Krumholtz. Krumholtz Revisited, I should say. So yeah, that album is going to be coming out August 4th. Also on that day, all the rest of the tickets will go on sale. So right now, for the Ruck Show, it's just the pre-sale, which if you use the code BANJO, you can get it now. Or if you go to my website and you go to the show tabs, josephbiss.com, you'll see that maybe that link brings you right to the pre-sale anyways, and you don't even need to wait or even enter that code. So yeah, just a wink wink, nudge nudge for all you local Troy, Albany, Capital Region area folks. That's gonna be it's gonna be a barn burner, which is I love that phrase in reference to a show. I saw another band mention that they had some barn burners coming up. I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's a rowdy hootin' time. So yeah. Yeah, everything's just booming up here. It's doing really good. I love it. It's yeah. I love gardening. It's so rewarding. This is insulated heart. Short up the plow, cover the shields, then a walk to a centimeter. A heart so big, a friend wouldn't stop. A wake so large, 2 graves in need. Add another sorrow song, leaving my lips with a smile for emphasis. Check my rings for emphasis. Check my smile. My wife and I shared a laugh. It's getting time. I write my own sunsets, shrubbery, a sunset on a topography. Add another sorrow song, leaving my lips with a smile for emphasis. Check my rings for emphasis. Check my smile. You check my rings, I check my smile. I check my rings, you check my smile. We're checking my rings, we check my smile. I check my rings, we check my smile. Hide the bottle, lock up the dogs, said I can't breathe, call for help. They let it ring 5 times, thought the fault was mixing ones for nights. Add another sorrow song, leave my lips with a smile for emphasis. Check my rings for emphasis. Check my smile. Scracking jokes at a time like this. Told a funeral man my excavation plans. He said, sorry sir, we're here to help. There's no fixing that, such an ugly mark. Add another sorrow song, leave my lips with a smile for emphasis. Check my rings for emphasis. Check my smile. You check my rings, I check my smile. I check my rings, you check my smile. We check my rings, we check my smile. I check my rings, I check my smile. brush my teeth with fennel paste, the sweet taste like the smell of the dog my grandma left in the hot room. When I was 10 or 12, I like to think it was less barbaric, but I'm going to implore you to believe. The dowage of the 50 root, the bane of a daughter-in-law, the game my mother threw saw, father defeated pawn. Sure, it's hard to grasp such a sweet old lady. She used to use death as her bargaining chip. Thought she had indulgence bought after all her husband built that church with his cheating hands, bastard sons, and voter fraud. You professed to my twin and I, you wish you had died mid-sleep, remembering my tears you cried, I'd keep you up for a wakeful death. Hospital beds made of gray, trombone slides, bedside manners, appearances kept, not tossed aside. Cicada like that one. Sing it. That was Rhinestone Casket, which I finished a week ago today. That's 1 week old, and it's all memorized. I realized last night that I had it memorized, which is it's always the thing. I don't know I have everything remembered until I try it without the paper in front of me. I guess that's seems pretty obvious, but yeah. So I still got a bunch more for you, including a cover, which is the third song I had ever learned to sing and play at the same time. First was Mother by Pink Floyd, and then it was What I Got by Sublime, and then it was the song I'm going to play in a little bit. I'm not getting there just yet, so I won't let you know what it is, but yeah. It's a late 60s song, which I loved the 60s growing up. This one's for the gladiolus blooming behind you. Like 2 carrots grown into one, our leaves and petioles braid, so green and serene under sunny skies, but in dirt depth we shine. All the same, all might as well be the nightshade's morning glory face. Sugar stashing their better selves, it seems, to the bitter selves, bitter selves. Years we'll spend digging up the same gladiolus balls, deep crimson and fluorescent, seeking structure in a wire wall. Blushing like ribald rhubarb mistook coy kale, inspired by this lurid axis, love to soak the soil, soak the soil. Our love unfurls and starts to grow right beneath the gardener's toes. Lovely harvest comes to the next, store their seeds and plants. They're dead. They're dead. harvest of compost, heap table scraps and eggshells. Black goldsteins as the root tip shoot in a seam, panes of ash and soot. Splendid how with all the dirt and rod air chance to fix our sails. We fix and sew, we reap the tea bag steep, flowers reap. Our love unfurls and starts to grow right beneath the gardener's toes. Bountiful harvest gives to the next, store their seeds and plants. Plants. Plant their death. Your death. My death. Our death. Seems the only two souls awake this morning are me and this lonely crow. I'm strolling down the walk this morning and he's picking the snow. And oh, to the lonely crow, any pain or sorrow he won't show. And oh, to the lonely crow, through him and I and you we grow. Think what I see in him and what he sees in me. Think I'm frozen to the touch this morning and he's grinning the breeze. And oh, to the lonely crow, any pain or sorrow he won't show. And oh, to the lonely crow, let's see how far this friendship has come. Think what I see in him and what he sees in me. Think I'm frozen to the touch this morning and he's grinning the breeze. And oh, to the lonely crow, any pain or sorrow I mustn't show. And oh, to the lonely crow, let's see how wrong I was. And through a subtle call, I heard him clearly say, any sorrow shown will only propagate. And oh, to the lonely crow, his grin affixed my face, it'll show. And oh, to the lonely crow, through him and I and you we grow. That was 2 green thumbs in the Corvidae ballet. Do a little hair adjustment here. It's not as warm where I need to put it up in a bun or anything like that, but gotta keep it out of my mouth. That's what my mustache is for. So I got 4 more songs for you, maybe 5. We'll see what the time's looking at. What are we at? We're at 36 minutes right now. Yeah, I'll probably throw in one more after the last song. We'll see. Or before. I don't know. No, you know what? I'm gonna throw it in right now. I'm gonna squeeze in a song right in here that I wasn't planning to do. An endless bouts with love, the pugilist, the big sad, was horrified by wedding bells, my date with death by my own hands, a job well done, measured twice, thought better thrice. I failed to keep it coy. You called out my poems, don't know what they're about or who they'll save. White strawberry blossoms, how is it May already? The return of the grosbeak, followed by the oriole. Ornithological calendar, floral timepieces. I failed to keep it coy. You called out my poems, both know what they're about and what they'll do. A week after any rain sparks the worry of wilting, and just like that I'm choking mud through sangre teeth. I smile thick like the seed I swell I sprout, scarified, no longer afraid to die. I failed to keep it coy, called out my own poems, sudden shift from cowardice, my Grinch heart grew. Yeah, it's London 1845. I had intentions when I wrote the set list this morning. It was a post-yoga meditation, kind of thinking of that. Instead of clearing my mind, I try to focus it, but yes. I had intentions of throwing that on the set list, and then when I looked down, I'm like, wait, I never made it on there. So I felt that was as good a place as any to squeeze it on in. And yeah, so here's the cover. So this is by Buffalo Springfield, and it may get a little wonky, seeing as I learned it 15 years ago. But that's what these are for. This one's for my mother. She's inside, maybe she can hear it. There's bad lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. It's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the streets, carrying signs and singing signs. Mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come to take you away. It's time to stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. You stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Morning making flower boxes from the bookshelves that survive the fire with purpose, repurposing life, my only purpose. I can cry louder than the swarm marigolds, forget more than forget-me-nots, persistent as they may be. Normally wrens will occupy the end posts of the fences around us, so this song would have been for them, but I don't see one. The wren in bed straw, keep me in line. I'm the moth draped in the taken flesh of the hummingbirds, growing more. I intoxicate on the azaleas, dank nectar. Guided by vengeance and the need to make others choke on my unsuccess, flattery to me won't get you far. Be facetious with me and I'll cut you down. With a whittle tip, I'll split the crown. With a little help from my rototiller, I'll find your worth in my compost heap. That was mimicry. A bumblebee came bumbling. I don't know if it picked it up on the camera, but I thought it was going to land on my guitar, and that would have been just splendid. I didn't bring my normal stool. I've got this you can't even see it. It's not my ideal stool, but it will do. Nose caked in smoke billowing from the north, and a light smell of sulfur, the reek of a paper plant. Thought I had escaped. Change in the wind, second time smoked out, wings tipped with snakes, similar to Atlas. Struggles yet different in a subtle way. Deathbed beneath the tamarack. Striking up a sad conversation. You see, I say I saw a spotted salamander. It drowned in our ponds, its yellow spots spoiled, black when a milky gray. Still I scooped him out, not nearly the worst I've seen, a mere waterlogged delay. Snare sticks to me, to my pink striped shirt, and to the metal bottom of my dead dad's coffee mug, with a little bit of grass on the metallic sliding lid, not dissimilar from the coffin in which I hid his favorite quarter beer, and the dagger from my hip. That was root rot. So being that I work outside often, and I'm always doing stuff outside, I always have a knife on me, and it happens to be right on my hip. So like, that's where that last part came from. I had a friend asking, "You got stabbed in the hip?" I'm like, "No." Well, I got stabbed in the wrist, but I can't probably see that. Yeah, If your best friend ends you with a dagger, you make sure he's your best friend for life. Well, I guess that's how you do it. He's living in Iceland now, but he's actually in town, my buddy Christoph. And yeah, so I may actually see him in the next couple days. A tangent, but yeah. Here's one more. After I get a little bit more coffee. I wrote this song the one before that, April 2022. We had some late April snow, which everything that brings, and a tree go down. So here's Tim and Dawn. Big old birch tree swinging on down, power knocked, plaid run straight through. Like where my fingers meet the nails, more fitting of my age, my face is a liar. The mirror shows no experience, yet I've learned and since forgot more than some ever will. With a symphony of spring peepers, when a soliloquy comes to an end, a sprung spring strut has the starlings making nests. A many morel morning always gives to a manic afternoon. Branches break from the weights of something oh so sweet, long enough for the droop's hard pits to settle in our soft stomachs. The first full yawn only comes once you stop trying to. The final frost froze the day after they sowed their seeds. As for I wait for the flying squirrel on the apple tree. Forsythia flowers fumble to shake away mid-April snow. Still faring better than the hibiscus, now laying down, 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 though. Fret not, come midday, they'll steal the show. Today was the day they bloomed. Yesterday was. We got like 6 hibiscus blooms, woo! Branches break from the weight of something oh so sweet. Apples mush into peaches with little difference with them all. Yeah, I appreciate you all so much. I am going to take this camera and we're gonna go see the glads because they are so beautiful. So yeah, thank you all for listening. But you ready? Here's the deep crimson inflorescence. Oh yeah, look at them, beautiful. And then this one was a total surprise to all of us. Yellow. How cool is that? Well, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, I'll be seeing some of you folks very soon as I'm going to be through New York. I'm gonna be going into Vermont, I'll be going to Maine, I'll be back to New York, and then I'll still be in New York. And yeah, take care, folks. Oh, we're at 57 minutes. Not too shabby. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.